Hey everybody, welcome back again for another one of my videos. Now, I have to, I have to confess, I had no idea that this film even existed. Honestly, I mean, usually that's unusual for me. Probably sometimes it slips through the cracks and I don't know about it. It's possible I'm not perfect. Most of the times, I don't know because it's probably just not worth its salt. So I'm not really sure. But the film I'm talking about is the 355. Now let me be straight up here. I haven't seen this movie yet, and I don't know. Maybe I might check it out and do a review for it when I get a chance to. But the reactions have been, huh. Okay, so let me. I'm on IMDb here. Let me read the synopsis for this. When a top secret weapon falls into mercenary hands, a wildcard CIA agent joins forces with three international agents on a lethal mission to retrieve it, while staying a step ahead of a mysterious woman who's tracking their every move. This movie, before I go on, this movie comes from the same people who made the not Bond, the Jason Bourne franchise. So you would think, okay, well, maybe that song's okay, it might do good. Not according to everybody who's anybody. AV Club writes the 355 is the girl boss thriller the world really doesn't need right now. I mean, you have to wake up pretty early in the morning to do this. And people might say, well, it's because of spy movies and people don't really like spy movies anymore. That's not true. That is not true. A lot of people still like spy movies. A lot of people still want to see spy movies. I mean, the last James Bond movie that came out did pretty well. That was based solely on the name alone because that movie was utter garbage. They completely emasculated James Bond. I have never been a fan of Daniel Craig as James Bond to begin with, but the last few movies that he have been in, I have seen that they have been trying to completely eradicate any notion of a male James Bond and put in a female James Bond, and they completely emasculated him in that movie, leaving him to some kind of, I don't know, some kind of waste of space or something. But this movie has gotten so bad. Let me see if I could even try to find how much it made. Let me do this here and see you. Right. 355 has, in its opening weekend, has made about $4.8 million. Now keep in mind the budget for this movie was between 40 to 70 million dollars, and in its first week it's only made first weekend only made 4.8 million. So it would need to make at least $70 million to even break even, and it's only made 4.8 million. Meanwhile, Spider-Man No Way Home continues to dominate at the box office. Continues to dominate at the box office. It's already passed, I think it's reached something like about 1.5 billion, and this is before it even reaches to China. When it reaches to China, you're going to expect more money coming in there. So people can't use something like the pandemic as an excuse to say people not going out because of this and restrictions and the other. People are going out and rewatching Spider-Man No Way Home, but they're not watching 355 because you can't keep making these shows with an agenda behind them. Now, I'll say this again. I haven't watched this show yet. I don't know. This is just what I am saying from what is being shown, what is being emphasized about this show. You have these shows, and you're only interested in feminist agenda, woman power, pushing this to the forefront, and it's not working at all. I think there are two minds here. There is the mindset of Hollywood, and there's the mindset of the people who are going to watch these shows. When it comes to Hollywood, Hollywood is somehow of the belief that if they keep making these awful movies, they keep making these movies where you see these 110-pound women one-shotting and knocking out these 200-plus-pound men, that somehow people are going to think, yeah, women power, okay, I'd go with that. But it's not making any sense. I mean, when you had something like Black Widow from Avengers, and I mean Black Widow from the Avengers movie, not the Black Widow movie, because that was an unmitigated disaster. But when you have Black Widow from the Avengers, she was trained, she was fighting, she was this, you understood that. But now you're making these movies where these women who barely weigh 120 pounds soaking wet, and this is no offense to women or anything, I'm just saying the honest truth here. You have these women one-shotting and knocking out these 200-plus-pound men. And you expect people to just rally around that, and it's not working. But Hollywood thinks that as long as they keep making these, eventually people are going to have to like them. And that is not happening. The longer you keep making these things and thinking people are just going to have to like them, the more money you're going to keep losing. Meanwhile, the audience, the fans, the people who go to these movies are just sick and fed up of it. And with a $4.8 million outing for a movie like that, it shows people are just sick and tired of this nonsense. You're not fooling anybody anymore. You're making rubbish. You're telling people, okay, well, you know, this and that. You're promoting it as all these big explosions and all this and the other. And when it comes down to it, there's no substance to these movies other than trying to push a feminist agenda. And it's not working. You're embarrassing yourselves. And when you make 4.8 million opening weekend, you can't want to turn around and say, let's blame COVID or let's blame this. No, because people are going back, continuously going back to watch Spider-Man No Way Home. It has made over $1 billion and is probably the highest grossing movie of 2021 into 2022 and probably the whole pandemic. People are going back to watch it. And why was Spider-Man No Way Home so popular? Because it didn't have a set of woke nonsense in it. It focused on what it was about, and that's what people watched. When you go to the movies, people want to enjoy themselves. They want to get lost in the world of movies. Not sit there and be bombarded for 2 hours straight with you trying to push a feminist agenda that is not working. You made 4.8 million, and again, as I say, I had no idea that this movie even existed. And that should tell you, it's like, so I don't know. If you all want me to do a review for it, I may take a look at it and let you know. You can let me know in the comments if that's what you want. But this is like the spy movie that Hollywood forgot, and it ain't getting any better. This is the crap they're putting out. So, people, this is what it is. The 355 failure upon entry. If you like my video, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you've seen the movie, what you personally think they want me to do a review on it or not, let me know. I will see you all again next time. Take care.